Hearing his wife say that made Charlie really happy. It looked like the place he picked was going to be a huge hit with his wife on their anniversary. The two of them went into the Sky Garden and found their reserved table. Elsa showed up just a few minutes later. "Claire! Elsa!" The two friends hugged each other, overjoyed. Afterward, they held hands and chatted for a long time, catching up on everything, before finally settling down. Elsa said, "Claire, you're spending way too much. You didn't have to pick the Sky Garden." Claire smiled and said, "When you're here, I have to go all out. I don't care about the cost." Elsa chuckled. "You're seriously the best girlfriend ever." Claire said, "Honestly, I'm not even important enough to get a table here on my own. I had to ask Doris Young, the vice chairman of the Emgrand Group, to help me get this reservation using her membership card." Elsa sighed. "The Sky Garden seems super exclusive. You have to be like a diamond member or something, right?" "Yeah," Claire nodded. "Honestly, this is my first time ever being here." Elsa smiled and said, "Thank you so much, my generous queen." After a moment, she added, "By the way, when I was coming up just now, I saw a sign outside saying the Sky Garden was booked out in 3 days." "Yes," Claire said, "it's weird. The Sky Garden has never taken private bookings before. I have no idea what's different this time." Elsa nodded and said casually, "A little while ago there was this crazy rich guy in Heir's Hill. He bought some necklace and showed up with dozens of luxury cars, a bunch of guys in black suits, and over $10 million in cash. Did you see that video?" Charlie shook his head, but Claire said, "I saw it. The whole thing was a huge spectacle." Elsa said, "Everyone's trying to figure out who he is." Claire shrugged. "What's there to guess about?" Elsa smiled and said, "It's the talk of the town. Everyone wants to know who's got that much power. Some people are saying it has to be the new chairman of the Emgrand Group." For a second, Charlie froze, but he quickly composed himself. Elsa continued, "And now the Sky Garden is booked out. I have a feeling the person who booked the garden is the same one who bought that diamond in the video." Claire sighed dramatically. "I haven't seen you in forever, and you're still the biggest gossip I know." Elsa laughed and said, "Hey, gossip is what keeps life interesting." Then Elsa added, "I'm definitely coming back in 3 days to see for myself. I have to know who has that kind of pull and can reserve the entire Sky Garden." Hearing this, Charlie's stomach dropped. He just wanted to surprise his wife and give her the beautiful wedding celebration they never had. He didn't want the whole world watching. But it seemed he had seriously underestimated how much buzz the Sky Garden would create. He realized now that tons of people in Heir's Hill probably had the same idea as Elsa. They all wanted to see who was behind the reservation for the Sky Garden. This was getting complicated. He thought to himself, "I need to talk to Isaac and get everything sorted out. Whatever happens, I can't let my identity get out." During their meal, Elsa said to them, "So while I'm in Heir's Hill, I made plans with some of our old classmates. We all thought it would be a good chance to have a reunion. What do you guys think?" Charlie immediately said, "If you're having a class reunion, you can count me out." "Why?" Elsa asked. "Even though we weren't in the same 4-year program, we were still classmates for a year. When the old master of the Wilson family had taken Charlie in, he had sent him to Heir's Hill University so he could get to know Claire. He had been in the same class as Claire for their senior year. After they graduated, they got married right away. But Charlie had only been classmates with those people for a year, and most of them had always looked down on him. He hadn't made any real friends, so the thought of a class reunion didn't interest him at all. Claire didn't really want to go to the reunion either, so she said, "I'm not going either. I haven't really kept in touch with most of my classmates since graduation." Elsa quickly said, "The main reason for the reunion this time is that Darren from our class is opening a restaurant. It opens tomorrow. He's inviting everyone to come hang out at his new place and have a meal together." Then Elsa added, Come on, it's his grand opening. It would be kind of rude not to go, don't you think? Just as she finished speaking, all three of their phones buzzed with a text notification. Then a flood of more notifications came in. They all pulled out their phones to see what was going on. It turned out that Darren had created a group chat for their old classmates, and it had quickly grown to over 30 people. Darren had written in the group, "Hey everyone, the little restaurant I invested in is officially opening tomorrow at noon. It's here in Oris Hill. All of you who are in town should come by and check it out. It'll be a mini class reunion. And what's even better, Elsa, one of the two campus beauties from our class, is also going to be in Oris Hill for work. She'll be at the party too. I hear she's still single, so all you bachelors in the group better hurry up." Immediately, a bunch of people started replying. "Wow, congratulations! Oh, Elsa's in Oris Hill? How come we didn't know? I'll definitely be there." "What about Claire, the other campus beauty from our class? Is she coming? I heard Claire ended up with Charlie, the guy who joined our class late, right? And I heard he's still living with the Wilson family." "Yeah, I heard that too. Not sure if it's true or not. I haven't seen either of them since graduation. I heard it's not even a real marriage, that they're married in name only. Is that true?" Claire saw the messages and said to Charlie, "Don't let it get to you." Charlie just smiled slightly. "It's okay. What they're saying is basically the truth anyway. I'm used to it by now." Elsa quickly typed a message in the group chat. "Hey, stop gossiping about people. I'm having dinner with them right now, and they're an amazing couple." "Oh, it's Elsa." A bunch of guys immediately started sucking up to her. Just then, Darren, the group leader, tagged Charlie directly in the chat. "Charlie, hey man! Even though you were only in our class for a short time, we got along really well back in school. You and your wife have to be there tomorrow." Charlie actually had a good impression of Darren. The guy was genuinely nice. He was always kind to everyone and never made fun of anyone. He was one of the few classmates Charlie actually got along with. Seeing Darren's personal invitation, Charlie replied right away, "Okay, man. I'll definitely be there to support you tomorrow." Darren replied instantly, "That's awesome. We have to catch up tomorrow." Seeing that Charlie had agreed to the reunion, Claire reminded him, "We have to get a gift for the grand opening of Darren's restaurant. We can't show up empty-handed." Charlie nodded. "Okay. I'll buy him a gift tomorrow morning." "Okay," Claire said. "Actually, I have to go to the M Grand group tomorrow morning anyway." Elsa asked, surprised, "Oh, you're going to the M Grand group tomorrow? When you're done, come find me. I can drive your car over to Darren's restaurant at noon." Claire smiled. "I think you're getting ahead of yourself. I don't have a car. I usually take a taxi or the bus. Sometimes Charlie picks me up on his e-bike." "What?" Elsa blurted out. "You're a director and you haven't bought a car yet?" Claire said, "I haven't been working that long, and I haven't made much money. Charlie and I share our expenses, and I have to help out with my mom's living costs. I can only save maybe a few thousand a month, which isn't enough to buy a car." Then Claire added, "Besides, to be honest, the bus is pretty convenient, and when the weather's nice, Charlie's e-bike is great too." Elsa said, "Sometimes you have to keep up appearances. You're the director of the Wilson group now, and you're the one working directly with the M Grand group. If you don't even have a car, people are going to talk." Elsa said seriously, "Sometimes you have to keep up appearances. You're the director of the Wilson group now, and you're the one working directly with the M Grand group. If you don't even have a car, people are going to talk." Charlie had to admit Elsa had a point. His wife had always been too frugal, and most of the money she earned went straight to his mother-in-law, so she never really spent anything on herself. His mother-in-law was a bottomless pit who only took and never gave. She'd saved up over $1 million just to throw it away on a shady investment, instead of spending a fraction of that to buy her own daughter a car. Thinking about it, he realized he needed to buy a car for his wife. It would make it so much easier for her to get around and run errands, and it would look better when she was meeting clients for business. Having made up his mind, he decided to go check out a car dealership first thing tomorrow morning. After dinner, the couple and Elsa left, taking a cab home together. On the cab's radio, the hosts were talking about the Sky Garden at the Aurelius Grand being booked for a private event. The hosts were amazed, saying it was the first time in history that the Aurelius Grand had made an exception and closed off the entire Sky Garden for someone. They were also dying to know who could have that kind of influence. The cab driver chimed in. "I bet you anything, the person who booked the whole Sky Garden has to be one of those crazy rich guys you see on the internet." Charlie stayed quiet, but he was surprised. It seemed like the news of the Sky Garden at the Aurelius Grand being reserved had really made waves all over Oris Hill. That night, the news spread like wildfire all over Oris Hill. Soon it was the talk of the town, and everyone was buzzing about it. Everyone knew that the Aurelius Grand had a strict membership policy, and only their top-tier members ever got to use the Sky Garden. As for booking the entire place, forget about it. Even diamond-level members weren't allowed to do that. So the question of who could possibly book the entire Sky Garden became the biggest mystery in the city. Rumors started flying. Some said it was that super rich guy who went viral all over the country. Others claimed it was some wealthy foreigner. And then there were those who said it was a mysterious man and that he'd booked the place to throw a huge, romantic wedding. That last rumor, the wedding one, seemed to be the most believable. Before long, that's what everyone was talking about, and the rumors just kept growing.
To know more, listen to the audio series Heir in Hiding, only on the Pocket FM app.